Hi folks, welcome to my 8-Bit Retro Journal. Today I'm working on my TRS-80 pocket computer printer. This actually won't print. I've had it plugged in, and this is the original power brick that came with it. Can you see it? It's only a few hundred milliamps. I did try a 2.5 amp one, and it also didn't work. In fact, when I was doing a 2.5 amp one, this started to smell, and what I discovered is I took it apart, and in here this gets these NiCad batteries. It's 4 1.25 I think, NiCad Radio Shack rechargeables, and it was short-circuiting, and so these were getting really hot, and you could start smelling it. And yeah, they're definitely corroded. Even though last time I opened it up, I cleaned it up. It has some corrosion on right here, and there's a little bit in here as well. Actually, something just peeled off here. Oops. Yeah. But so yeah, these were short-circuiting. It won't print without a battery pack, even when I have a 2.5 amp power supply. So what I'm decided to do is get replacement NiCads, and so I bought a pack, and they came in today. I already opened them up. Actually, this isn't the one. This is going to come here in a second. This is the other thing I bought. Like, both things arrived today, but here's the NiCad one. And they came in this cute little USB charger. So they're obviously individual AA's, and let me take them out. Unfortunately, this requires a pack, and I could try to, well, you're supposed to weld them. I mean, I could solder them. I've watched enough videos to know. Somebody tried to actually explode these, and they don't. The lithium ones do, but not the NiCads. So I could try to recreate the original pack, which again is here. But what I'm going to do instead is, that's what the other pack's for. This one came from China, and it is a battery holder. And so what I want to do is, I'm hoping that I can fit this. Does it fit in? Oh, it doesn't quite. Well, it's a very tight fit, but it looks like it's the width of the motherboard, the circuit board. Yeah, okay, so it does fit in. Oh, that's nice, but it doesn't seem to go all the way down. Oh, yeah, so there's a tab here, and there's a tab here. If I filed those off of the original, this would fit, and I'm probably big enough. Does it fit into this part? This would be the top. Yeah, it's big enough for the two wide parts. But yeah, I don't want to file these off. What I might try is, maybe I can Dremel part of the corner off here, and maybe well, this is just a it's hard to see what's going on here, but there's just a little bump here. It's like a little tab. It's only about 1/4 of an inch wide, and so I could just, I think I want to put it this way. I could just put a hole in here as well, so it just kind of snugly fits in here and goes all the way down. Because that way, then I can remove these batteries. So let me put these in here. The idea is that I would have removable, rechargeable NiCads. So when I'm storing this, I don't have to worry about them leaking. And then, if I want to use it, yep. And so they would go in like this. Again, hopefully fit in snugly. Like I said, it kind of fits in to the circuit board, but because there are on the plastic case, there's a raised area right here, and there's a raised area right here that I don't know. Let me see if I can zoom in on this to show you exactly what's going on. Okay, you can see there's a little raised area right here, and then there is a little raised area right here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to Dremel this so that it'll fit snugly in here. Before I do that, let's actually just connect them to see if this actually works, because it wasn't working before. So let me give that a try. So it's just going to be black on black and red on red. You just twist these together. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to solder them right now. I'm going to twist these together. So let's twist it. And then I'm going to have a little bit of blue painter's tape. Is always good to use for this kind of stuff. And I'm just going to very temporarily, like if you tape it, the connection will hold and it won't go anywhere. Yeah, and then I'll do the same for this. We'll do red on red. It should be positive. There you go. Again, tape it so that it just doesn't go away. Oops. Tape it. Alright, it's being a little stubborn here. Tape it. Fold it over. Yeah, there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to this is my excess. I'm not going to snap it closed, but I'll just, yep, I think this is good enough. So the question now is, if I turn it on, it does work. That part works. And so now the question is, can it print? I'm going to put this on here. Again, this is just sort of slides in. So the way you turn this on is you're going to go turn this on, turn the printer on, then you power this twice, once, twice. You make sure you're in programming mode, which it is. You might not be able to see it, but it's in program mode. Then you just type LIST and see if it prints. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, let's try it again. On, LIST. Yep. Right. Okay. Let's turn it off. It's printing. The cartridge is a little bit needs to be re-inked. Well, this is not the one I re-inked recently. If you saw the previous video, so this is an older one because I was testing it. And the other one just was darker, so it does. You can see, but barely. But okay, let's do it now with it plugged in. So it's plugged in here. So in other words, we'll do the charging. Okay, if I turn it on again. Doing that. It's not coming on. That switch is for if I want to do cassette. Alright, I'm going to turn this on once. Turn on a second time. And do LIST. It's still in programming mode. Yeah, okay. And again, this was not doing that when I had the old batteries in here, because it was just short circuiting. If you take them out, it also will not do that. Because it only has like 400 milliamps. But if I try a 2.5 amp converter, which I don't have it with me presently, but it's one of those Radio Shack where you can switch the voltage and it's 2.5 amps. That amperage is still not enough. So you need these NiCads almost like as a huge capacitor so that it'll work and it'll slowly charge them as well. I don't like it. I had the non-printer version of the cassette for this because I only bought this part probably as a young adult. When I was a kid, all I had was this and the cassette one. And the cassette one actually had a battery compartment that you took off and you put alkaline in it. Unfortunately for this one, maybe because the printer needed the sort of the capacitance, the capacitor feature, that they put rechargeables in there. And of course it also, I had taken this apart a few years ago and fixed the board, and I recently reshown that video as a retro rewind, and the battery part was really corroded, and I put a different one in which was still pretty good, and I actually had covered it in plastic, in like a plastic bag, because the original one corroded the board and I had to fix the board. And again, you can watch videos of that. I'll put a link here of the retro rewind video, and that fixed the board because of the corrosion. Then I put a better battery pack in, which was also a Radio Shack one. I had a second one laying around. I don't know where I got it from, but this finally corroded, and you can see it actually corroded off. So this is my new fix. So now what I need to do is I'm going to, off camera, try to Dremel this to see if I can actually fit it in, and then see if I can get a nice snug fit to put it all back together. We're back, and I have cut it, and you can see, well, let me zoom in on this. You can see that I cut the edge off. One disappointing thing is if you can quite see, the plastic in the middle actually gaps. So it's only connected at the top little bit, and then there's a gap here, and we actually hit that gap. So this is going to flex a little bit. This is going to flex a little bit. On this side, all we did is we put a hole in here. So that this fits, but this fits now. And again, if I can, I don't know if I can show you the gap. You can kind of see it. Oh, there's where you can see it. See it through the blue. So unfortunately, I had to hit it right where it let go of the plastic. I think this definitely fits now. So if I go in here, this sort of in the right spot pushes in here, and then this has plenty of room here to go all the way down. And when you put the batteries in, you can see that it is gonna flex this just ever so slightly, but it's still, so it's really dependent on the spring. But you can see that this is it flexes a little bit. However, when I put it in here with the batteries, so it's going to kind of snap. It needs to go this side first, and this is going to kind of snap in, and then it has this post. There's a post right there which kind of pushes it down. So I think it'll be fine. So the next thing I need to do is just solder the two wires, and then I'll be done. So let me come back for that as well. All right, I've soldered the two wires to the again. So there's the wire that comes out of the plug, and then the wires that goes to the circuit, and then there's the wires to the so there's three wires you have to sort of solder together. So I did that. Then I tried to fit it in and close it up, and it turns out that if you can see, there are ridges right here, and there was a pad, and so it's actually there to sort of conform and hold down the battery pack. And so of course with this extra plastic it didn't work. So if you notice right here, I actually ended up dremeling off this piece as well. So that's the last thing I had to do. So this, again, this will still come out, and it actually fits in quite nicely now. Goes in pretty easily. Yep. So the wires here are very fidgety. So what I'm going to do in order to keep them sort of out of the way is I use masking tape instead of shrink tubing, because I don't have any at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a piece of masking tape, which you sometimes find on old circuit boards, and I'm just going to sort of see if I can just tape this down. Yeah, right there. Keeps it sort of all out of the way. And so now I'm going to try to close it. And it is fidgety as well here, so I just have to be careful that this all kind of... but I did try to close it before, and it seems like it does close. It just takes a little bit of effort. And so you got the back end, and so now this closes. Yep, and it closes. Look at that. Yeah, and this, for whatever reason, is getting kind of pushed up, and I don't understand why, because it has nothing to do with the battery pack. So, and there's nothing there that should be pushing it up. So, don't know. But the screw here is going to hold it down nicely, so that shouldn't be a problem. I'm not going to screw it together for now. Yeah, and if you can see, I got some paper in here. It does work, and if I got this plugged in, and it doesn't say low battery, so this should be charging it now. I don't have a good way to check that, but what I want to do again is just to make sure that it all works. I've already tried it once, but let's try it again. Now it's all soldered in and together. Yeah, this kind of goes in. The whole thing is fidgety, but yeah, this goes in here. There it goes. Slides in. Oh yeah, I have the this thing. Does it? I don't want to break it. I might have to take it apart again and put that in. Yeah, that's fine. And then of course it has the little tear-off window. It goes in like that. Yeah, it goes in like that. It actually goes in. Goes in like, oops. Goes in like that. Yeah, there it goes. So then you can tear off the paper. But yeah, so it's functioning. And again, I think to get the door in, I need to. I don't want to bend these, so I think you got to put the door in when you put the case together, which I'll do at a later date. So I've already tested this once, but now it's back in one piece. And again, should be able to write a program that prints. So let's. So I already did the list, but let's try something else. So I'm going to turn this on, turn that on. Then you turn this on twice. And I do have a program in here. I think I can list it by yeah, clear. Standby. Okay. So let's run it. Okay, so I got to turn this on twice. I don't know if you can see the screen or not. Kind of, I suppose. I think the yeah, it's going to be hard to see with the glare. Let's try that. And if I do, is it Shift K? It's not Shift K. Oh man, I've forgotten how to run this, but it's I think I have to have it in define mode. There's Shift K. Nope. I guess I'm just going to say run. Raiders at hold on. Hold on. It's supposed to. Okay, let's try this again. You turn this on. You turn this on. You hit this once. Hit this again. Now if you run it. No. I thought that would print it to the, I don't have the manual with it, unfortunately. I thought that would print it. I know that if I do list, you can't do it in that. You have to do it in programming mode. Where's the mode key? Mode. If I do list. Yep. So it prints it, but all right, I have the little booklet here. is there an L print? I thought that you could just, is there an L print? How do you do, I thought that if you turned the printer on, then it would just, yeah, unfortunately, I don't see anything here that tells you how to do. Yeah, I thought that if you you put it in a print mode, that it would, whenever it prints out to the screen, it actually prints out to the printer, and it's not doing it. So I'm not sure what's going on. Unfortunately, the little printer booklet I don't have. Let me come back because I do have another booklet. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I've got this is the book I have, Problem Solving on the TRS-80 Pocket Computer, and it says right here that using the program mode key, put the computer in pro mode, then type in the line 10 print works. Press because I'm using pause. That's why. I'm using pause, not print. So can I program this? That's why I'm using pause, not print. So 130 print score. 130 print. Done. All right, let's run it. Let's turn this off again. So it says to turn this on, turn this on, turn this on twice, and then I'm going to run it. So again, this is the Klingon game that I showed a while ago on my channel. I was going to fire 2. Yeah, and then print's done. So yeah, so you use print to do the printing, not pause. So you could have a game showing here and then also using the printer. So that's pretty cool. In any case, it works, and I can take the batteries out. So I think that's a pretty good upgrade. I didn't have to modify the case, and that little battery holder doesn't cost much. 19 cents, $2, I think $2.20. And then these I got on eBay for $5.50. Then you get this charger. I'm going to do a future thing with this charger, so stay tuned. But because it's this cute little charger, and I have plans for it. All right, I'm going to end here. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.